It's another beautiful morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another daily vlog, a vlog that happens daily, sometimes in South Carolina. That's where I am. I am in Gaston. I just think of Beauty and the Beast when I come to this town. I don't know. But I'm getting ready to get unloaded here pretty soon. I made it on time. Had to drive just a little bit illegal, but not too bad. I called and got permission to do it. So I made it here, and from here I think I'm going to North Carolina, then Georgia, to pick up in two different places, starting in North Carolina, going to Georgia, and then heading up to Minnesota for just a couple days from now. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not going to pay it. I don't like looking into the future of what I'm doing next because it drives me crazy, because I rush. If I don't care about what the next part of my schedule is and just focus on what I'm doing now, it's a lot less stress. Anyway, so this morning, while I'm waiting for them to call me on my new Samsung Galaxy S8, look at that black screen. It is so black. I'm not actually recording with this one today. Having issues with the front-facing camera. It's great, don't get me wrong. The cameras on this phone are pretty awesome. But this has autofocus on the front. And so if I'm talking to you, it's going in and out of focus, trying to catch me, especially in the different lights with the high contrast back here and it being so dim inside. It just focuses odd. So I prefer not to use it unless I'm going out. So if I go to Disney or Universal this month to do Volcano Bay and Pandora over at Animal Kingdom, I will be using that phone. But for right now, just these quick little daily vlogs. It's the S7 Edge. So what I'm doing right now, while I'm waiting, is checking out YouTube's, what is this app called? I forget what it's called. Let me go back to it. YouTube Studio, that's what it's called. The mobile version, not the laptop version, just the one that you could download from the Play Store or from iTunes. iTunes. And it breaks down a lot of cool stuff, like obviously the income you generated off of YouTube throughout the month. It shows you the views by minutes and stuff like that. It shows all sorts of cool stuff. But the one thing I found pretty amazing, let's see if I can find it here. It breaks, not only does it break all that down, it breaks it down into how many female viewers and male viewers you have, right down to their age and country. Check this out. Okay, so I found out that 81% male, 19% female. Where are my female viewers? How come I only got 19%? I must be really bad. But then it breaks everything down into ages, and it looks like the 45 to 50 year olds are 28%. Come on, 25 to 34 year olds. And 35 to 44 year olds, you guys are almost the same. But so it breaks that down. But this is what I dig. This is kind of cool. So like United States, 81%, obviously because I live in the United States. But check out these other countries that that have viewed my videos. So just from April 10th to May 7th. So we got Canada, Denmark, Mexico, United Kingdom, Croatia, Austria, Sweden, Bermuda, Germany, France, Australia, Brazil, Portugal, Ukraine, the Bahamas, Indonesia, Finland, unknown region. I don't know where that is. Move out of the way. The Philippines, Italy, Norway, Costa Rica, Trinidad, and Singapore. Check that out. People in all those countries have watched my videos. So thank you guys from all over the world for checking this channel out. I need to check out the other channel, my Almost Daily Vlog channel, to see if it's similar. But I just find it mind-blowing that you could put something out there like this crappy little video that I do, and people from all over the world can actually view it. and do. It leaves me speechless. So that is pretty cool. That whole YouTube thing is pretty cool. But there's something else that's pretty amazing that I got notified of last night, late on a Sunday, which is weird. But I got something else coming in the mail within 4 to 5 weeks. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm going to try and hold off on hopping on an airplane and flying somewhere until I finally get this package. Thank you so much, Here One. I got my invite to grab my Hears, which is pretty amazing. For those of you that don't know what Here One is, it's a product I played with in Las Vegas at CES for the last 2 years. Never have gotten one, but now mine is coming. It's basically an augmented reality for your ears. It's not just a basic headphone. It's pretty sweet. That's it. Mine will be coming soon. Mine will be coming soon. They're going to be great for driving down the road because you could put the headphones in your ear, and since it has pass-through sound, I can block out whatever sound I want through the application. So if I don't want to hear my truck motor and just drive in peace and quiet and still listen for an ambulance and stuff like that, I don't have to block those sounds out, but I could block my own engine noise out. What's cool about them is, like, say you're on an airplane, somebody brings a crying baby on an airplane, which rarely ever happens, right? You could put those in, listen to everything in the airplane, but totally block out the decibels that baby pushes out of its lungs. You could totally quiet the baby, censor the baby out of your hearing altogether. Censor that airplane engine noise, but still listen to what's going on in the cab. You can do it with music too. So I'm really curious about this augmented hearing because I do have these, which kind of augment my life. Now I can have super augmented hearing. I'm really excited. Like I said, I played with them a little bit at CES, but they didn't have the music integration yet. Music is now integrated. I am done. Gotta shut my doors, and I get to head up to North Carolina to pick up my load, my next load. Well, at least the first part of it. But first, I gotta shut my doors. Am I gonna miss it? I am. Pretty much took all day. I'm actually pretty lucky that my next pickup, or at least the first part of my next pickup, isn't until 11 tonight, and I'm only 100 miles away, so I should be able to be there on time without having to sweat it too much like this trip. Definitely some backcountry South Carolina roads. Well, I am back in North Carolina to pick up some chickens. That thing's empty. There's no chickens in there. Well, they had me drop my trailer, and hopefully the trailer I'm picking up is already halfway preloaded. All I got to do is hook to it, take it down to Georgia, and finish topping it off. Hopefully, I guess they don't have enough chickens up here, so down in Georgia they got the rest of them. And I'll finish putting them into my trailer and head on down. or head on up to Minnesota. Fingers crossed. I don't want to have to sit here for 10 hours while the farmers bring in their chickens and then they have to have them plucked, steamed, plucked, and put into the trailer. Hopefully it's been done throughout the day. Though I do not see any loaded chicken trucks around here anywhere. Never fails. Once you get into Georgia, it never fails. If you hate traffic, stay out of Atlanta. Look at that over there. It looks like the opening credits of The Walking Dead Season 1. It's like everybody is escaping the city to avoid the virus. But we all know how that story ends. Well, taking my 30-minute break, reading what some of you guys are posting on yesterday's video about my daughter. Thank you guys for all the well wishes. It's I'm like I told someone else just now. I'm a glass half full type person, so I'm always thinking that everything's always going to be okay and always turn out, even though sometimes it doesn't. But you can't control the situation. You can't control it. So I can control what I'm thinking up here and everything else, but I can't control the situation. So I don't know what to do. I just work. All I can do is work and do my best to hurry up and get home as fast as possible. I'm kind of hoping that they're going to route me back home within the next day or two, because today she went to, or they took her in to the MRI, so they're going to see if the MRSA or staph infection, MRSA, whatever it is, got it. Even though it's into the spine, they seem to think that it went down the leg, and if it went down the leg, she could lose her leg possibly this week. So not exactly sure. Like I said, I'm a glass half full, so I'm right there. I'm going, no, it did not go into the leg. It didn't, and the little vacuum thing that they put in her back, which I'll try and show you guys this week if I can get there. If you're a little squeamish, you may not want to watch that one. But I guess they put an 11-inch hose in a hole in her back all the way down to her tailbone to try and suck up some of the MRSA, whatever the MRSA stuff is, to suck that out and keep it sucking out. And if it's not in her leg and stuff like that, I think she has to have that in her back for 6 months. So when she goes home from the hospital, they're going to send a live-in nurse with her to take care of her for 6 months until this is all over with. That's best case scenario. So right now, best case scenario, she goes home with the nurse and keeps that vacuum in that hole, always constantly sucking that stuff out until she's got a clean bill of health. Worst case scenario, well, I don't want. There's a middle case scenario. Middle case, the leg. The leg is probably middle case, and from what I read on Google, doing Google searches about this MRSA thing, worst case is what everybody thinks, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think everything's going to be fine. The little suction thing will go in there. I'm just hoping that the hospital doesn't do what the hospital that caused this situation does, and I'm hoping. I really like the Villages Hospital in Florida. They're treating my kid really well, even though she lost her insurance because they fired her because of this operation, and she can't get on Medicare or Medicaid because our governor made it very difficult for people that don't have kids or single mothers, stuff like. If you're not a single mother and stuff like that, it's really, really difficult to get on Medicare or Medicaid. So my daughter now has no insurance. so I'm hoping the doctors just don't go, well, we're not going to get paid. We're not going to get paid. Let's get her in, get her out. That's probably my biggest fear. And I got to keep working because to get good medical care, you got to pay. And since I'm pretty much the only one with an okay paying job, I think it's going to be on my shoulders to make sure the doctors get paid so they give my daughter good health care. I'm a little bit worried. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm sure she's freaking out because her mom is out in California. I'm out here over the road. All she has is her girlfriend with her at the hospital, her fiance. And that's what kind of, so I know she's scared, but I have family members in my family, which I probably should not say on video, but I gotta stick up for my kid. I gotta stick up for my kid, whether you're family or a friend. You gotta stick up for your kids. I have very, very close family members, I just found out. Well, I knew they were kind of odd, but when they voted for Trump, right? I didn't vote for Trump, but when they voted for Trump, and then now, even after all that's coming out daily with these tweets and everything else, I have certain family members that post things over on Facebook. That's why I don't go to Facebook much. They go, I'm so proud of my president, and God bless Trump. I'm so proud he's doing such a great, so I know exactly where their mindset is. So this didn't freak me out when yesterday my daughter told me from her hospital bed that a certain family member that lives up here where I'm at now blocked her from social media, all of her social media, because she said she has kids, grandkids and stuff like that. She doesn't want reading the Facebook and stuff like that while my daughter writes to her fiance, because they're both girls, and so I have family members that have a problem with that, and so they block them from social media. And just when my daughter goes into the hospital, but my daughter's pretty ballsy. That's the kind of girl she is. She just goes, you know what? You never talk to me anyway, so what do I care if you block me? So, and I have to agree with her. I have to agree. If you guys don't talk, and you have those feelings, and then you come right out and say those feelings, hey, I don't want my grandkids seeing you write to your fiance, I love you so much, or some. What's wrong with that? I don't understand when someone says, I love you, thank you for being in my life and stuff like that, and you have a family member that will block people from saying that. It's pretty disappointing. So my daughter's going through a lot right now, and financial wise, I'm going to do my best to make sure that's not one of her biggest worries. Anyway, my 30 minutes is up. Let's head on down the road. I blabbed enough. Zoom, zoom.